Division and Inequality in Online Education by Caitlin Hernandez. Online education is no longer a trend, but mainstream. In the last 2 years, online education became the primary learning platform for students due to COVID-19. While online education has provided students with flexible and safe environments to continue their education, an ethical dilemma has arisen. Online education and its reliance on computer networks creates division, inequality, and disadvantage among social classes. In the year 2020, nearly 93% of households reported their school-aged children engaged in some form of distance learning, with 80% of children using online resources due to COVID-19. According to the United States Census Bureau, only 65.8% of households with incomes less than $50,000 and 76.5% of households with incomes between $50,000 and $99,999 reported their children using online resources, whereas 85.8% of households with incomes of $100,000 or more reported their children using online resources. This data shows the correlation between social classes and lack of online resources for education. Online education comes with advantages, such as learning in a comfortable and familiar environment and reducing social anxiety and pressure. The biggest advantage, especially in the last 2 years, and which led the transition to a primarily online platform, is the ability to continue one's education while also reducing the risk of contracting and spreading COVID-19. The most critical disadvantage, which stems directly to the current ethical dilemma, is network instability, which includes delays due to technical issues and the inability to access classes and material due to unstable internet access and lack of devices. Now more than ever, students who suffer from network instability are at a severe disadvantage. The ethical dilemma of online education creating division, inequality, and disadvantage among social classes can be addressed with a combination of the following solutions. The first being the on-demand availability of course materials, lectures, and lessons, and that a majority of the materials are presented in an asynchronous fashion. This allows students who do not have steady access to the internet or devices to access the materials and complete the work when they are able to. The second is internet access for all. For students who do not have devices, school districts should loan out devices. For areas or individual households that do not have internet connection, the following should be executed: parking mobile units in neighborhoods with little or no internet access, utilizing free or discounted internet access provided by the internet companies, and school districts partnering with internet companies, state agencies, community groups, local libraries, and philanthropic organizations to offer internet connection support. Analyzing this ethical dilemma and its solutions through Kantianism requires use of the following rationales: producing universal guidelines, holding everyone to the same standard, and treating everyone as moral equals. A universal guideline for this dilemma would be that all school-aged children attending public school should receive the same quality of education and thus resources to do so. If online education continues to be a primary platform for education, then addressing the issues of network instability is critical in following the universal guideline, holding all its students to the same standard and treating them as equal moral beings. The solutions outlined should be implemented by the school districts and become part of the education infrastructure. Along with the students, stakeholders include teachers, families, and school district employees. These stakeholders should naturally follow the universal moral guideline due to their roles and priorities pertaining to the students. Online education continues to be mainstream and was the primary learning platform for many students during the last 2 years of COVID-19. A large percentage of students in lower income households were not able to participate in online courses or access materials due to network instability. While online education was deemed necessary due to COVID-19, it also brought attention to the ethical dilemma of division, inequality, and disadvantage among social classes.
By analyzing the ethical dilemma and solutions through Kantianism, a universal guideline was established which holds all students to the same standard and treats them as moral equal beings. This universal guideline is: all school-age children who attend public school should receive the same quality of education and thus the resources to do so. Solutions such as asynchronous classes, on-demand materials, distribution of devices, and ability to connect to the internet are all necessary steps to be taken in addressing this issue.